and welcome to the channel. I figured I'll make this quick video on my xTool S1 that we have here in the shop, one of our many lasers. We decided to go back to the S1 10-watt laser today because we got an order to make patches for hats with a pretty intricate logo. The logo has letters that are about 2.2 millimeter in height. So we needed to go back to a laser with a spot size that's very small. And therefore, we doing this job on our xTool 10-watt laser. The 10-watt laser cuts 2 millimeter leather without a problem. We set it on 100% power and 5 to 6 millimeters per second, and that's for cutting. It seems to have a very clean cut, and it cuts through the leather in one pass. This is currently engraving at 80% power and 300 millimeters a second. For a 10-watt laser, this really does a great job. Definitely air assist, evacuate the fumes because we're dealing with leather. This is black to silver leather. Let's see if we can get that cut zoomed in for you guys. See the edge is starting to come up. Cuts it really nice. Alright. I'm gonna come back to this video when all the patches are cut out so we can lift it up and see how well it cut. So I'll see you guys in a few. Okay, and we're back. The nice thing about the xTool line, the S1 line, is that you can change these lasers out. You can get yourself a 10 watt, 20 watt, or 40 watt. The 10 watt's going to be a little bit slower than the 20 watt and the 40 watt. I believe the maximum speed of the 10 watt is 400 millimeters a second. We are engraving these at 300 based on the leather that we got, and the material test, 80% power at 300 millimeters a second was the best results. So even if we were doing this with a 20 watt laser, we probably wouldn't be hitting the speeds of 600, because the 20 watt laser and the 40 watt laser actually have the same speed. And obviously just the power is different. Spot size is also different. 20 watt will be obviously in the middle between the 10 and the 40. Still very good. It's a great compromise, the 20 watt. But like I said, based on the project and the font and how intricate the design is, you're just going to have to pick the right laser for the job. We're almost done. And this is cutting at 100% power, so we're cutting at 10 watts at 5 millimeters a second. This particular leather and thickness cuts very nicely at 100% at 5 millimeters a second. Different leathers based on different material testing. We cut at 85% power at 5 to 6 to 7 millimeters a second. So it all depends on the thickness and the type of leather. So it's always best to do your material testing. So if you order a sheet or two, definitely run through a test. And there it is. This is the last piece. You'll be able to open it up and see what the cuts look like. Here is a different piece of leather. This leather is 1.5 millimeters thick. We are cutting this at 90% power and 6 millimeters a second. One pass. And they're pretty much all cut through nicely. Patches came out beautiful. Adhesive. The edges do need to be cleaned up a little bit. I'm going to show you guys. Do leave a little bit of soot. But let's take it back to the workbench. We'll clean it up and take a look at the patch. Alright, so we are at our bench. And I figured I'll do a quick couple seconds of how we clean the patches here. Using a little bit of Dawn dish soap and water mixture. Spray a piece of cloth. Grab it like this. We just kind of roll it. Just like that. That cleans the edges very well. And then spray some dish soap on it. And just wipe it off. There. As you can see, this wasn't cleaned before. Not a lot of soot at all. Let's take a look at the patch. They're really nice. That's it. And this was done on the xTool S1, 10 watt. Thank you for watching.